guys? It's your girl Ray. Um, yeah, I thought we would do another Rosee video. Shocker, but I find Rosee a little more entertaining, so I figured why don't we do one kind of maybe potentially a haha video before we get into the quirky moments docu series that they did over Rosee and everything like that. I figured why not? And plus, I've been seeing I watched the ankle um kind of review Busy Little Bee and thought, why don't we watch them and everything. I love the way that they kind of add their own commentary in their videos and everything like that. I think they're amazing. They Barbecue Chillin', Busy Little Bee, So Much Gaw, Tofia's Archive. I don't know how they do all this. I don't know how they do all the work that they do and everything like that. And the more attention that's on them, the better. So I figured out we could do Busy Little Bee and watch the video, because this video is called Rosee Rages at Remy's Professor. I thought, what an opportunity for a college girly to have her input in on this type of situation. And as far as we know, Rosee does not have higher education. I don't even think that she finished high school. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I figured we can do that today. Sorry, I'm shifting a lot, trying to get into a comfortable position. But yeah, let's get this disclaimer out the way first. Let's get it out the way first. This is a reaction channel, so everything I say is my opinions and my opinions only, my thoughts, my feelings. We only react to the information that's being presented, and we only dip into the drama and then get out. We do not take things IRL. We don't condone any stalking, whatever kind of behavior. We're not weirdos over here. We're just here to keep it online. We don't hate. We don't have time or energy to hate. And everything is alleged unless proven in a court of law. So, alrighty. Well, let's get on into it, guys.
That is Queen Bee.
Hey everybody, it's Busy Little Bee. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at 3 Rosee streams. One is from June 18th, one is from June 20th, and one is from June 21st. The one on the 20th, I believe, is the members only. There's a lot here, so we will get right into it. I will have Rosee at 1.25 speed.
Slay.
So let's go ahead and jump into this.
Rosee is such a slow talker. So I get it, girl. I get it.
Hello, friends.
Hello. Hey, Rosee.
Poor guy. This one professor, this woman is giving that class literally like two and a half, maybe even like 3 classes worth of work in 1 week. Like, it's so bad. Like, today he was so anxious. Like, he's currently taking a nap, so whenever he wakes up from that, he's probably going to get back to working on his schoolwork. Like, because it wasn't just the 2 papers. She also assigned like an hour-long podcast and questions to answer about the podcast and like 2 other assignments all in the same week.
Explain to Rosee that summer and winter courses are always condensed.
Yeah, I was about to say that's literally just how summer courses are. You take a summer course to not have the work so spread out. You take the summer courses, I have nothing to do in the summer, might as well just do a class and everything like that. Granted, at least the way my college did it and everything in my experience is that, you could have a 4-week class or an 8-week class during the summer. And depending on if you picked the 4-week, it was more like 3.5 weeks, because they give you like a half a week to prepare for the final and stuff like that. But Summer classes are no joke. You know, you got to be really picky on which ones you take during the summer and understand what's your learning style and stuff like that. There are some classes that I'm like, yeah, I could take that during the summer, and I did. And there were a couple I was definitely not prepared to take during the summer. And to me, allegedly, allegedly, it sounds like Remy may or may not have procrastinated a bit too hard.
So it's always more work
Mm-hmm.
that you're doing in a shorter time. This isn't rocket science. This is his last year in college. He should be very aware of all this.
He should be.
And as you could probably see from the thumbnail, she straight up calls his professor a bitch. But she wanted to go on a podcast with Stefan to confront him because he called her a bitch.
Oh.
Hypocrite much, Rosee?
Yeah. Yeah. That whole thing with Stefan.
Had her like in a not summer semester, and it's a summer semester now, so
She's a weirdo. She cleans before she cooks and after.
they're like, she like took the coursework of like a regular fall spring semester and like took all the work that's spread over like a certain amount of weeks to like.
You know, Rosee, why don't we normalize for you? Normalize for you, girly pop. Why don't we normalize you shutting the fuck up about stuff that you don't understand? Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? Yeah, you know, like, yeah, you could call, like, you know, I've called my professors a bitch here and there, but granted, they kind of deserved it in that aspect. You know, you get what you get, and, you know, if you don't look into your professor, you're kind of screwed either way. But Rosee, you don't know what college classes are like, period, because you never attended college, as far as I'm aware. So you can shut it.
Half the time. Also, what the hell just got on my shirt?
The
Squirrel brain.
professor didn't do that. That's literally how the summer and winter sessions are set up.
Period.
Yeah, summer semesters are super condensed. That's very true. Yeah.
Okay, Rosee, you're getting called the fuck out because you don't understand that. You think it's unfair just because Remy's complaining about it. Yeah, you can complain about it. He's probably complaining about it. Again, I think he procrastinated, and, you know, me too, bruh. Me too. But, Rosee, girly, come on. You have no experience in the college atmosphere.
The way I would give a bad rate my professor rating so fast.
Okay, I can't say shit because there's one professor I strongly did not like that one of my friends also had that we were talking about him because he don't like that professor. I called him a ShamWow. I called him a ShamWow, and in the most respectful way I could possibly, but I described him as a ShamWow to where he had all these empty promises and promised to be a good professor, and then just led to disappointment. I did that. I did that, and I don't feel sorry. That man was a jerk to me in situations I don't want to get into. But he deserved it. And I wrote that in the most professional way I could and did not use any profanities or anything like that. So
I told him to do that. Thank you. Thank you for the happy 5 months.
Now remember later on that she says she told him he should do that.
wow.
Why do you say my boyfriend instead of Remy? I mean, Remy's not his real name.
Yeah, we know.
You know? I call him Remy on the internet, and like I'll refer to him as Remy sometimes, but he's my boyfriend. He's my
boyfriend. Okay? And, Rosee, you're acting like a teenager. You're acting like a teenager who just fell in love for the first time in that cringy way. Like, it's cute kind of when you're a teenager, you know? Like, oh, first love type of thing. But, Rosee, you are in your 30s. 32? 32, I think. Because I think you're the same age as Tofia. But, regardless, You are your age, and that it's not cute, hon. It's not. My boyfriend. Oh my god.
Boyfriend.
My boyfriend.
And when he's my husband, I'll call him my husband. You know, but like he's my boyfriend. So like,
he's not your husband. Don't be begging for that damn ring. Don't be begging for it.
You know what I mean?
I think I said this before to y'all. I don't know if I said it to somebody else. But Rosee seems like she is going to get engaged to Remy really fast. And I feel like, in a sense, it's not a shut up ring, but a peer pressure ring, I guess. Like, everyone's going to be like, oh my god, just put a ring on it, Remy. Oh my god. And he's going to give in to that pressure and get her some, like, whatever ring off of Amazon or something.
It's just, honestly,
Alleged.
guys,
Allegedly.
I am in a little bit of pain today. It's not pain flare though. That's good. I think honestly, it's just from not only like from what I did in the live in the pool yesterday, because I'm not like crazy, so I'm just a little sore.
I mean, you were moving a lot more than you normally did, which the pool stream that she did, I do want to go over eventually. I have that saved in my watch playlist for you guys.
But I stayed in the pool like a lot longer after the live, when I called Remy and talked, and I ended up like I didn't realize what I was doing, but near the end of the live, I got into this like certain position on the staircase that was really comfortable, and I didn't realize it until it was too late. But I was spending a lot of time like putting my weight on my arms, and like even if it was underwater, like I was just like putting a lot of pressure on like this part of my arm and on my hands. So I was like, why do my arms hurt so much? Like I was just very confused.
Because you were holding up your body. And, you know, with a body type like yours, I'm trying to go about it in the nicest way I can, Rosee. With a body type like yours, no wonder that you're sore. But, you know, it is good that you're up and moving, you know? It is good that you got in the pool and you did at least swim around. You did get some cardio in and stuff like that. That is good for you. So, good job, girly. Very proud.
Let me go get my glasses. I remember watching your live like around a year ago and you said
they're blue light glasses. She doesn't actually need it.
You had a stalker or something like that. What happened with that? I mean, he said something to my house yesterday. There's that.
Oh.
It wasn't even live when it happened, but, you know, whatever.
This is like a $80, $90 bottle, by the way.
Probably like the 10th time now? I don't know. I lost count.
Every single time she acknowledges this shit on her live stream, whoever that is doing this crap is winning. How does she not understand? Stop giving it attention and it won't continue. I seriously doubt the person who does this crap is watching my channel. But if you are, stop.
See, here's the thing also. If they keep calling orders and stuff like that to Rosee's place, it gets them attention, sure. It gets the person making the calls and getting the deliveries and everything like that. It is getting them attention, but it also, quote-unquote, gives Rosee attention because she thinks, quote-unquote, people are going to feel bad for her. So, in a way, it keeps this cycle of feeding into the attention-seeking behavior going. You know, so she has an incentive to keep bringing it up. So, therefore, it's always going to continue. So, because Rosie's a weirdo and she likes her attention. She likes her attention.
You are giving her an excuse to play victim.
And I noticed this pattern because almost every unpaid order.
Random thing. I got me a pink Brita filter. And I'm so happy about it. Anyway.
Has been done by someone who doesn't speak English. And I was really confused at first, and it didn't click with me until yesterday. And it just made me more upset. Because it made me realize that, like, they're the ones accepting those orders because they're just trying to make money. And they're being taken advantage of for someone's joke. Like, even if you don't fucking like me, you're affecting real people's, like, livelihood and gas and time. And I think it's deplorable and disgusting. So I guess I just want to say that because, like, you're exploiting people for a joke that's not funny, and it doesn't accomplish anything.
And, you know, I feel like in a way that you exploit everyone else around you, especially Levi, because the whole autism that he has and everything, and you keep trying to be like, oh, I allegedly have autism and I have these disabilities, because it's either you're autistic or disabled. I'm not saying you can't be both, but Rosee, you have to try. You trauma dump, and then, you know, if someone else trauma dumps and offhandedly mentions their own trauma, you're a bigger victim. So you're just...
It doesn't even bother me anymore.
It doesn't even bother me anymore.
Clearly, it doesn't bother her anymore. That's why she talks about it every time she goes live.
I know.
Like, it's just a part of my routine now because it's so frequent.
Oh my god, it's part of our routine, guys. Oh my god. Shut up.
Like, that's the third time I've had to use Google Translate to talk to someone to explain the situation, and it's just...
You know, the delivery service place could mark your location as a do not deliver kind of place anymore. That, like, your address, they could mark your address. They could. But, you know, nothing's going to happen about it until a couple more times, Rosee, so I would watch your mouth.
Recent history. Like, I mean, I don't think I'm better than any other person. However, I do believe that how you carry yourself and how you spend your free time and how you treat people speaks to who you are and your character.
Rosee, you use people. You use people. Not as much as the other girls. Not as much as Chantal. Not as much as Amber Lynn. But you use people because you are an energy vampire. You are an energy vampire sucking people's energy out because you feed into that shit, because you want the attention on you. Nothing else. You want the attention on you. You have to have that attention. Oh my god, if you don't, the world's ending. You are exhausting. You are a one-up person. You try and one-up people's stories because you want to feel important. Quote-unquote, important. Rosee, you are the worst kind of person. You wouldn't be able to talk to people. You wouldn't be able to help them. You wouldn't be a good friend. You wouldn't be a good partner. I can only imagine how Remy feels about this whole social media shit. I can only imagine how he feels. Because I bet you he is fucking sick and tired of it.
She was talking about someone calling her sanctimonious, and she was describing why she's not sanctimonious. I don't know, the way that she wants us to think she carries herself is not how...
While she was being sanctimonious.
She carries herself. We see she's still online arguing with anyone who says anything she doesn't agree with. Nothing has changed.
I'll just leave that at that. And I believe everyone has the opportunity to change and grow because I did.
You did not.
Bitch, where?
Like,
oh, no way.
ugh, I still don't have hair in my mouth. Apologies for that. You look like Belle when your hair is in a bun like that, like from Beauty
No, you don't. No, you don't.
and the Beast. Because
You
that's
don't.
like one of the nicest things anyone's ever said to me, if that's who you're referring to.
That... Notice the energy shift. She has like these low points and then all of a sudden they spike and everything. You really think I look like Belle? Oh my god, that's the nicest thing anyone literally has ever said to me. Oh my god. Like, dude, calm the fuck down. Calm down. It's not that serious, Rosee. Good fucking god.
As many of you know, Rosee participated in an X-rated parody of Matilda. This was a text message that was released by Ivy Davenport, the lady who was the photographer, producer, whatever of that Matilda parody. Rosee says, dude, I'm talking to blank and he said we should do the kitchen scene of Beauty and the Beast. And him/someone else plays the candle. And TBH, I'm like so hyped about this idea because it could morph into an awesome concept because Belle is my favorite princess. He has some amazing ideas and I'm so into making it happen. Like sometime in 2023, even if it's later in the year. And then you see the next link being sent. So
I don't like that idea because I don't like the idea of Rosee doing an X-rated content for Beauty and the Beast. That's kind of disgusting. Not kind of disgusting. That is disgusting. Completely. That's very disgusting.
Oh, I don't like her talking about the Disney princesses because of the way that she wanted to portray them at one point.
Exactly.
Oh my god! Did you?
Oh my god!
You know she's my favorite Disney princess.
Did you know she's my favorite Disney princess? My favorite Disney princess is Tiana because she's a bad bitch. She works for her shit. She didn't need a man. She didn't need a man to sweep her off her feet and try and give her everything she wanted. She worked for her restaurant. She worked for her father's memory. She did something that he wanted to do with his life, and she honored him. Tiana has my respect, and she is my favorite. Belle is a good option, too. Tiana is just my favorite.
But my dream, and I actually think I even told this to my boyfriend recently, like, my dream is, like, if I were to, I have 2 dream cosplays. If I were to ever cosplay.
I don't want to see Rosee in any cosplay.
Remy Boy is, I wonder if he's still napping. I'm gonna go peek my head in my room and see if he's still sleeping.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
One second. He is getting ready to do his schoolwork.
Yeah. Leave him alone.
So, he woke up not that long ago.
I saw this short clip on Friday night and I was so shocked because is she holding him hostage on video chat even while he sleeps? That is wild.
Period. Because she's an attention hog.
You've lost weight, Rosee. I'm saying this in a good way. Love you, girl. Thank you so much. Yeah. No, I actually did check it. I'm like, I am down. I am. You would make an amazing therapist or life coach. You know how many times
No. No, you wouldn't, Rosee.
I've been told that, like, ideally, I think I'm someone who would really love being a therapist, but there's a lot more to being a therapist.
AKA, you don't want to go to school for it like I am.
Than just, like, giving life advice and helping people.
Personally, from the way I've seen Rosee operate, I think she would be a terrible therapist because...
Period, because she would be. Because she would turn the therapy sessions into her trauma dumping on all her clients and getting paid for it. And then when they have the gall to complain about it, you know, she's going to be like, well, I was just doing my job.
Because she would make everything about her. Mm-hmm. Any story anyone told her, she would relate back to herself and then make it all about her. It would be a waste of time and money.
Yep.
The THC's starting to hit, so I might start getting a little more spacey and not being as put together with my thoughts. Just disclaimer moving forward.
Disclaimer moving forward, because I'm such a druggie.
Before this moment, I was a lot more focused, and I already kind of forgot what I was talking about. Fuck. But I'm realizing, I'm like, oh shit, it's hitting! We hitting, folks. I love helping people.
I love helping people. Rosee, the people who love helping people don't have to go around bragging that they like helping people. I like helping people when they need it. I like being there for people. My actions speak louder than my words do. That's what I allow. And if, you know, there are some people, they don't like me, our vibes don't vibe together. And that is perfectly okay. I'm still going to be civil with them as long as they're civil with me. Because truly, it's just, Rosee, it goes back to the whole thing of, if you're a nice person, you don't have to say you're a nice person.
A lot of people conflate sharing experiences and stories.
I wouldn't consider myself a nice person. All things considered. I think I'm a decent person. I wouldn't call myself a good person. Rosee, you would call yourself a good person and brag about it all day long. You are not. You are probably at most a half decent person.
Stories with trauma dumping, because there's a difference being like, I went through this thing, this one thing happened to me, versus like, and using very soft language and not like just being like, I went through this very traumatic thing, let me tell you every gritty, gory detail using explicit language with no warning. No,
that's what you do.
no vibe checking with the other person receiving this information.
That's what you do.
And just throwing it at you in like a chaotic way. Yeah.
That's what you do.
That's trauma dumping, right? And that's something that took me a long time to figure out, to be honest with you. Because I am a reformed trauma dumper.
You're reformed? Excuse me? You are not. Not in the slightest. You tried to make the You wanted the Paradise documentary to be about you, for you to have more of a part in the Paradise documentary, even though the documentary was not about you.
Still dumping her trauma all over her audience any chance she gets.
Period.
It was less than 2 weeks ago she was crying on her toilet about her trauma and how she is an actual victim.
Yes. Yes. She tried to say she was a victim of Stefan. She is not. She is not. The girl's a liar.
Some people will laugh when I say that. Sure, whatever. People think I trauma dump all the time. However, I promise you, I do not trauma dump like I used to. I'm official.
I promise I do not trauma dump like I used to. Rosee?
Like, it's hit.
Looking at your fingernails made me want to gag. Oh my god. What the fuck?
Here, we are zooted. I'm making a Ichiban ramen with a soup base. And
I just had that for lunch.
I have a sweet potato and the ground turkey cabbage mix. Give me some half-cooked carrots, I got a fucking problem.
The way she slams stuff around, I wonder if she has food aggression or if she's just being obnoxious.
Both. Both.
Okay. Man. These are the counts.
I mean, granted, those do look good, but I don't know.
I might end the stream soon because I think I need to go lay down.
Now we're moving on to the members only live from June 20th. I want you guys to look at the vent up on the ceiling. It's got like dirt or dust or maybe mold around it. Whatever it is, it doesn't look healthy to breathe in.
A pain fair started for me on like Thursday / Friday, whenever all that was happening. And I'm really pissed off about it. The music, chill, chatty, but
oh my god. Oh, that's... I'm like 90%, like 98% sure that's mold. Yeah. That's mold. Oh, Rosee. Oh, Rosee.
while I fold laundry. He doesn't know this, but I'm slowly building a playlist that I kind of want to share with him after we've been together for like, I don't know, a year or longer. I think one of the most like infuriating things about my experience on the internet is how quite clearly thousands of people believe that like I just want to be lazy and like not do shit with my life and all this stuff, and I like all like that whole rhetoric narrative because I'm just like honest and transparent about how I'm disabled and how I'm embarrassing.
I know that was kind of hard to hear, but I wanted to include it because she always acts like she knows what people are thinking. I don't think anyone says, oh, she just wants to be lazy. Most of us know that a lot of her problems come from her weight. Her weight makes it impossible for her to be able to hold a job, makes it impossible for her to not be in pain. She just won't admit that that's what it is. And the amount of sodium she takes in, that adds to the inflammation.
That does. And another thing about Rosee is that, you know, there's a difference between someone actually being a people person and understanding people. Like, not even in, like, you know, a therapist type of view or a counselor type of view. It's really, like, comes down to, are you willing to listen to people? Do you understand people? Do you understand that everybody's different and everybody's different, and you have to, like, not necessarily treat people in a different way, but each person has a different personality, different triggers, different things that they want to talk about, different things that they don't want to talk about, and stuff like that. And it's up to you to respect those spoken and unspoken boundaries of, hey, maybe I shouldn't mention this topic in front of XYZ person because I know that it would trigger them and probably take them to a darker place. And making sure that you understand, hey, I understand that I care about this person and I want to be there for this person. And knowing that if I want to be that a safe person for that person to be around, and understanding, hey, you know, I might not vibe with you 100%, and that's perfectly okay. And, you know, it's all about letting things naturally happen. And Rosee, so I promise there's a point to this conversation. But Rosee wants to be a people person so bad. And she thinks she is just because she's an internet content creator. She is not a people person. I guarantee you, majority of people who are around Rosee on the regular don't want to be around her all the time afterwards. They don't like being around her because, again, she's an energy vampire. She sucks the energy right out of people, leaving them feel drained instead of, you know, how it's supposed to be when you're around people that you actually like and enjoy being around, is that your energy's not supposed to be zapped afterwards, Rosee. I don't know if she knows that. I don't know.
We're saying that you're doing this to yourself. We're not saying you want to be lazy.
Like I told y'all a while back, I'm learning how to move a lot more quietly. Sometimes it's not silence. Sometimes I'll whisper things here and there, but I am learning how to move in silence. I talked about it like when I was in the pool, right? How I was sore, but it didn't feel like pain flare. I've talked about like fat pain and what that feels like, and that's just the daily like pain that I deal with because of my size.
Rosee, the easiest way to deal with this pain that you have because of your size is lose weight.
That pain I'm used to. That pain is painful, but like it just hits, right? My pain flares are nerve pain. Right now, I'm not exaggerating when I say that the pain is from the top of my head to the tip of my toes.
Rosee, again, I'm sorry you're in pain. And I don't doubt that you being the size that you are causes pain. But Rosee, again, you ate yourself into this. You were a part of feederism culture and made feedy content. You did this to yourself. So you should not complain about it as much as you do. Because you knew exactly what you were doing.
I am at a solid 8 to 9 right now.
I don't believe that you're 8 or 9 on the 10 scale. If anything, I think you're at a 3 or a 4. I just think you want to look tough online and be like, oh my God, she's such an inspiration. Oh my God, she's online for us because she wants to be there for us. She's just our internet friend because she likes to be so parasocial. Rosee, you're not an inspiration for doing that. You're not an inspiration. If anything, you are a mockery of those people who do live with chronic pain, who do live with chronic illnesses. You are a mockery of it because you did this to yourself.
I think we all get used to a certain level of pain because of age, because of weight, because of maybe certain neurodegenerative disorders that people may have. However, do I think she's at an 8 or a 9 and just sitting there? No, I don't.
Period.
I think most people who are at an 8 or a 9 on the pain scale are screaming or crying. It is an extreme pain that they could not mask.
Because I felt good. Like Lyrica, I need to look into Lyrica. Lyrica.
This is another annoying thing because she's looking up medications when she doesn't even have a doctor. Why are you doing that? Your doctor...
Because the girls are stupid.
Doctor should recommend...
Yeah, you can look up the certain medications, but it's still a really wonderful idea to call up your doctor and be like, hey, what's this medication?
Medications. That's not something you should be recommending to yourself or your chat recommending to you.
Yep. Yeah. Completely different if it's prescribed by a doctor and you ask questions. If it's somebody else who mentions it to you, unless you specifically, like in certain situations, I've been put on medication. I either call up my mom, I call up my friends that are like sisters to me, or I call up my nurse friends and be like, hey, what can you tell me about this medication? I ask the people I know who have either taken it or know something about it, because they're in the medical sphere, so I can trust what they tell me. Rosee, it's different than asking Gemini or ChatGPT. Wow.
People called him out for his misogynistic thinking, and she was trying to defend it until she couldn't anymore.
And I was just saying, like, you guys, I'm not giving all the details because, like, I don't want it to become easy to, like, figure anything out because they're insane. I prepare for some stuff in my life, and I'm just, like, I'm just working on things, and I'm just trying to, like, especially when it comes to food and stuff, I'm just trying to focus on portions. Like, I'm not restricting anything. I'm just trying to focus on portions and just making sure I'm incorporating produce into my diet. Sorry, folks. I'll have to make an electrolyte later.
Girl, not to be like that girly or anything, but you're putting a lot of faith in those tatas. You're putting a lot of faith in the tatas.
Drink this. Sorry for the weird vibes.
Now on to June 21st, and I think a lot of this is indicative of how Rosee argues and automatically gets defensive when it comes to Remy. But then when people obviously have a point, she can't fight her way out of it anymore. She gives in.
Yesterday in my live stream, I talked in members only. I talked in a lot more detail about certain stuff. If you think my boyfriend is a misogynist, you're a fucking idiot.
You're a fucking idiot for dating somebody like that with the belief systems that he has. Which, again, we'll react to that live stream. It's just, I'm kind of all over the place with Rosee because, you know, we're so behind. But that's a live stream that definitely we should cover.
I'm just going to leave that there, but...
See how she's immediately defensive? Now watch this change as soon as people talk to her.
You know, it's just, like, crazy to me. I've seen a couple of things referencing that, and I just ignore them because when I really love someone, it's really easy for me to get fierce. And
It's really easy for me to get, like, fierce. Okay.
I don't need to be putting out that energy.
You're right, especially since he acknowledged those are the patriarchal views that he learned in the military, and it was misogynistic. Even he admitted that.
Yeah.
But here she is sticking up for him because she loves him.
You know, I don't want to say she's like blinded by love or anything, but granted, Remy has probably given her the most attention, positive attention that she's probably had in years. So therefore, she's going to blindly follow him. It's just like Chantal and Salah. The only reason Chantal is with Salah is because Salah likes the same sick, twisted shit that she's into. So therefore, they're, you know, staying, quote unquote, staying together. But, you know, Remy, I think, is just an interesting human being. I'll put it that way.
Mind you, she's known him.
Because it's to be as polite as possible because I have nothing nice to say, so that's what I'm gonna say instead.
Less than 6 months. She doesn't know this man all the way yet.
My boyfriend shared a thought that I didn't agree with. I didn't agree with his take there. He said that, and we also had more conversations afterwards about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's wild to me. It is insane to me that someone just making a statement that they think a certain trait is masculine is misogynistic.
It's insane to me that she calls people ableist for calling her out for not making her members paid streams.
Wow.
It's not ableist, it's expecting what you promised.
Yep.
That is just an abuse of what that word means. Like,
Rosee, you take the disability card, you take the mental illness card, and you just run with it and use it as a shield and a protection of sorts until those protections and the shields are cracking. You do that all the time. You mislabel everything. Everything has to be dramatized with you. Everything does. And, you know, I think that, you know, let's say this. You and Remy belong together. Because two interesting people belong together.
Crazy. He's not avoiding lives because of anything like this. His workload is crazy right now.
Yeah, I bet. I'm betting it's both. I'm betting it's both. As a college student, I understand. I understand the workload might be nuts. So, you know, that is a fair enough statement, but I'm pretty sure he's also just avoiding the lives now.
Yeah. No, I know they are. I don't even think these are his first summer classes, but that professor is insane. I disagree. I'm open-minded. I'm opening my mind to the concept of being wrong. And so I'm asking.
Rosee, you've been wrong for a very long time, and you need to fix that.
I'm asking a genuine question. I'm willing to learn. And I'm willing.
No, you're not. You're not willing to learn. You want to be right. Because it's always, oh, okay. But I was right to a degree, right? Right? Right?
Willing to see if my opinion on that is wrong.
Sure.
Because I think a lot of people don't see leadership roles as gendered, and so maybe him saying he sees it as a masculine trait is making it gendered and is seen as misogynistic. Like, just inherently viewing it from a gendered perspective would make it misogynistic because you're prioritizing that trait in men over women. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, that thing you're doing with your mouth and looking away. Yeah, that's you having your way of defiance. That's your way of saying, bitch, you're wrong. You're wrong, but I'll let you say it.
Uncomfortable.
I have a feeling Rosie's been learning a lot of uncomfortable truths lately. Just a personal opinion.
To think about. The statement itself was so misogynistic, even if he was. Because, I mean, clearly it's easy for men to have a bias and not realize that.
I don't think any leadership roles needs to be gendered. A woman can rule just as good, if not better, than a man. Just saying. In my opinion, it should not be a gendered thing.
Like, there.
I don't know the full context, but that's my opinion on that situation as far as what my understanding is.
They're holding an opinion that benefits them, right? It kind of pushes the inferiority myth that women are less capable of leadership. I wouldn't say it's abusing terms to say misogyny. Even if it wasn't recognized at the time, it's okay to learn and grow. Yeah. I think I was quick to be defensive.
You were, because you always are.
Because I knew his intentions were, but that doesn't change the impact. And I say that all the time, right? I gotta think on that.
I think we just witnessed Rosee growing a little, honestly.
Just a micro growth.
I'll give her that. She finally opened up to the idea that she may be wrong. Holy shit.
He's just really busy. Like, right now, he doesn't have the time to, like, deal with all this. So, like, in terms of, like, online stuff, like, coming on here and, like, dealing with all that. So, yeah. But in that video, I was just giving him the space to talk and, like, share his viewpoints. I wasn't thinking about, like, hyper-censoring him, you know? How the fuck did... Oh, my God. Y'all are exhausting. Remy and Rosee seem perfect. Well, we're definitely not perfect. But we are, I think, perfectly imperfect for each other. Family is impacted by my harassment, too. So if they're not around as much, I want you to think about that.
Rosee, how is that our fault when you're the one posting online? You are the one posting online, girly. That is your fault.
Love how Rosee acts like it's more than one person doing this IRL bullshit when it's not. She knows damn well it's only one person. And she keeps giving him publicity for it.
Yep.
That's the wrap up of Rosee's weekend. Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff down in the comments, and I will see you soon with a new video. Thanks for watching.
Okay. This is going to be a little bit of a longer one than I thought. I think I'm going to work on editing this and this be the one upload I'm doing today, and then tomorrow we do the quirky moments one. The part 1 of the Rosee documentary and everything like that. So, yeah, that was interesting. There's a whole bunch to Rosee. There's so much more to Rosee that I'm so excited to get into with you guys and everything like that. I'm so excited. If you want to be a part of that journey, please drop me a like, comment, and subscribe. We just hit 20, which is insane to me, and everything like that. That is very insane to me. But all of you guys are so nice. All of you guys are so nice, so thoughtful, so kind with your words, and I very much appreciate it. I hope to continue to make more content for you guys and continue to do my best and everything like that. I enjoy yapping with you guys, and you know, I'll get this video out as soon as I can, and I want to say thank you. I really look forward to seeing what the future has in store for us and the Anyways crew. But yeah, I'm Ray Anyways. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know how the audio is, anything like that. If you have any critiques or anything like that you would like me to know of, anything that you would like in the videos, anything I could do differently, if you could please put that in the comments in a respectful manner, I would very much appreciate that. Brush your teeth, wash your face. Please do that. You are worth it. And always remember, please, you are loved, you are beautiful, and most of all, you are important. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.